Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is what is it? Saturday night? I don't do a lot of Saturday night live streams. Um, been dealing with being under the weather lately. Um, had one of those really bad cold. Uh, I don't know, not really flu. I know there's a lot of flu going on around lately in Florida, but mine was just more of a head cold, sinuses, and my voice was just terrible. So I wasn't going to subject you uh, to my terrible voice a few days ago. I'm feeling better. I'm still a little nasally and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm getting better. The whole family's been a little under the weather lately. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to review. I want to go through the last couple CBSI Hot 10 lists. I think I'm two behind this week's and last week's maybe. So we'll take a look at last week's and this week's. Give you my hot take on it. I got a couple books in the mail today. I'll show those off too. So um, yeah, there's some cool stuff to talk about. So let me get you over to. Let me share my screen here. Sure, I'm doing this right. All right, all right. There we go. And yep, the screen is shared. All right, we'll go to the hot 10 list, and we'll do last week's. Obviously, the Deadpool movie is coming out, so there's a lot of buzz around anything related to Deadpool. So that's going to be on the week before's Hot 10 list quite a bit. Yeah, let's take a look at it here. We always start off with the honorable mentions. Tomb of Dracula, number 10, first appearance of Blade, 9.4, selling for $3,750. Definitely a nice copy. I don't know what a 9.8 would sell for these days. Probably more than 20 grand, I would imagine. Um, yeah, I mean, Blade's always going to be the character that's going to be of interest in the Marvel Universe. And obviously, with the Blood Hunt series, him being one of the key characters in that storyline, it's bringing additional interest into that character. Obviously, we were supposed to get a Blade movie. That seems to have been delayed. I don't know what Marvel's doing. I mean, Marvel's just bombing across the board. By the way, um, I tried watching that Star Wars Acolyte series. It was so bad. I really tried to give it a chance. Look, I love Star Wars. I grew up with it. I'm a child of the 70s. The first movie I remember watching as a child, one of my earliest memories as a human being was watching Star Wars in the movie theater. So it had a major impact. I had a lot of the Star Wars figures when I was a kid. I played with them. I still have a lot of them to this day. Um, yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love the original trilogy. The next three movies I don't love as near as much, but they're heads above the last three movies that they produced. And obviously, it's not getting any better with the comic book series. Um, so I don't know. Maybe Marvel can get it right eventually with Blade. The Blade movies, I like them for what they were. You know, back when they came out, still think they're entertaining. Could they have been better? Yes, but they were still really good compared to what Marvel's producing these days. Disney, it's yeah. Um, Acolyte is absolutely atrocious. That third episode was so boring. I mean, it wasn't even entertaining. It was just boring. The plot structure, terrible. It's like, I don't know, first year, uh, first year student in cinematography. I mean, it was shot terribly. The plot structure was terribly weak. Um, Everything about it was just, it was really bad. I mean, can't think of anything worse. Boba Fett, I thought was really bad. I didn't think anything could get worse than Boba Fett. It did. It got worse. I didn't like Obi-Wan. I thought Obi-Wan was terrible. Um, Alkalite was just absolutely shit. So if anybody thought that that was good, if anybody likes the Alkalite, uh, please unsubscribe from my channel. Leave my channel, never return. You and I won't get along. We won't see eye to eye on anything. Don't bother with my channel. I've told many, many people to do that. I, I have no problem. I have no problem not growing my channel. It won't grow, by the way. YouTube hates me. I've been stuck at the 800 subscriber range forever. I've got people that have been subscribed to me that all of a sudden message me on Instagram. Hey, why? I don't know what happened. I was subscribed to you on YouTube and they unsubscribed me. That happens all the time. So yeah, YouTube doesn't like my channel, probably because of my opinions. I don't know. I don't fit into the algorithm. So I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned, um, much more than most channels. Because I've seen channels that have twice as many subscribers to me as I do, and they don't have half the entertainment value that my channel brings, nor do they know anything about comic books. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to fight it. I just do what I do for the few people that watch my channel. I know who you are. You guys message me all the time, so uh, I always appreciate the true subscribers to my channel. Flash 100 DCU. I guess these, if you look in the corner, the left-hand corner there, you can see the DC Universe logo. Apparently, those were very, very rare, and people are willing to spend absolutely insane money. Here's another example, a 9/6 comic book, Flash number 100. It's, I don't know, it's the 100th issue. Is there anything else in that comic book that's worthy of mention? Probably not. But someone decided to spend $2,100 for it. I don't know. I think it's stupid. Take your $2,100 and put it towards your Tomb of Dracula number 10. I think that would be money better spent. I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. All right, let's move on to this list. Remember, this is not this week's list. This was the week before. Detective Comics 751. First appearance of Peacemaker. Casting news of Sasha Bordeaux in Peacemaker season 2. Oh, okay, I guess it's the first appearance of Sasha Bordeaux. Has people digging out in the dollar bins for this book. Yeah, that's definitely a dollar bin book. I don't know if that's selling for anything decent, but that may be one to look for when you're at your local comic book shop. Captain America number 310 is the 9th spot. Serpent Society. Rumors are that the next Cap movie will premiere that particular villain team, the Serpent Society. So it's hitting $30. So yeah, that's an older one. What, early 80s, mid 80s, 65 center. Yeah, it's definitely early 80s. So that one might be in your back issues. I don't think I had that one in my collection. Number 8 is G.I. Joe and the Transformers number 1. That was a 4-issue miniseries. Herb Trimp doing the art there on that cover. $15 to $20 raw book. 9/8 hit $200. Image is doing a good job of revitalizing the energy of G.I. Joe and Transformers, so it's good to see that. Number 7 on the list is Predator number 1. Yeah, this is a book that I should have picked up a long time ago, especially when it was pretty reasonable. High grade copy is probably around $100 to $125 now for this book. Yeah, it's a nice copy. I love the cover. Great cover. Predator, I mean, the first Predator movie was so good. It's still one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies by far. Is still Predator. That first Predator movie was, man, it was so damn good. Yeah, once in a while I like to put that on. It's just such a good movie. Yeah, one of my favorite action movies of all time for sure is Predator. All right, number 6 on the list is Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, issue number 1. This is definitely an interesting book. I read it. I have that particular issue. I think I have it here in this stack of books. Let me see if I have it. Thought I had it. Yeah, I do have it right here. Yes, of course I have it. I picked it up for like 20 bucks. Selling for about 40 now. There it is. Let me show that a little bit better. Yeah, I got a nice high grade copy. Um, it's an interesting story. It's sort of like you're in the Old West for half the story, then all of a sudden you're in Japan, and all of a sudden there's some type of an event that merges these two characters in the same time frame. Yeah, it's kind of an odd book. Uh, I mean, I didn't think the writing was terrible. I mean, the art was okay. The writing was decent. But apparently people have taken a liking to it. That is a cool cover by Rion Gonzalez. Yeah, it's a nice cover. And it's selling for certainly more than I paid for it, which is nice. Number 5 on the list is Superman 264. I guess, what's this on here for? Daily Planet reporters are heating up in the aftermarket. See outside looking in for the new entries. I don't know why this book's on the list, to be honest. There is no Superman movie in the making that I know of anytime soon, so I don't know. I'd be wary of going into that book. Number 4 is a book that I talked about. I posted on my Instagram reel where you could go to Scotty Young's website. Several of you did that and were able to pick up this copy for, I think it was signed for $40, which isn't too bad when it's selling for about 75 to 80 on eBay. Ain't No Grave, number 2, the 1 in 25 by Scotty Young. Yeah, it's a cool cover. Apparently, retailers did not order very heavily on this book, so it is a tough one to find at your local comic book shop. It hit a high sale of 85 bucks. And apparently I made this sell out on Scotty Young's website pretty quickly. As soon as I posted that reel, about 10 minutes later, I had a couple people messaging me on Instagram telling me that it had sold out, most likely because of my video. So there you go. You're welcome, Scotty Young. I help you sell that. It's just one of those things, sometimes it's good to Google things. If you see a book that might be hot, take the time to see if you can find it elsewhere besides Midtown and the other retailers. Midtown was asking like $80 for that book. A lot of shops had sold out on it. So yeah, pat yourself on the back there if you were able to pick that up for $40, especially signed for $40. I think that's a pretty good deal. Number 3 on the list is Darth Maul, black, white, and red, number 1. This is the 1 in 25. It's a nice David Marquez cover. I guess there was a sale around 170. Holy crap, it's crazy. Midtown had it on there for, I think, for $81. It sold out fairly quickly. I wasn't able to grab a copy, but I don't know. Maybe in a few months that will get cheaper. It seems like a very high price to pay for a 1 in 25. It is a cool cover. I like it. Obviously, it's a version of the regular 1 in 25 cover. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see if prices hold on that. I don't know. We'll find out in due time. Number 2 on the list is Blood Hunt, Red Band Edition number 3. This is the 1 in 25 cover. hit a high of $175. Looks like it's maintaining an average around $120 to $130 right now. I did grab that for $50 on pre-order, which is cool. I like it. It's a cool cover. It's a nice EC homage. And number one is Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth, number 7. First appearance of Lady Deadpool. Raws are still around $150. I just checked a few minutes ago, and 9/8s, yep, 9/8s are a little over $400, $425 to $450 right now. I don't know. I think it's at the peak. I guess she's going to be appearing in the Deadpool movie, maybe. I think that's the rumor. I think that's been confirmed at this point. So yeah, if you have that in your collection, good job. That book is doing well at the moment. It's still a hot book. Let me recognize a couple people in the chat. We got Kenneth Bird. Mr. Shark, good to see you. Hard to find a better movie than Predator, correct? Oh, okay. James Gunn is filming. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. He is filming a Superman movie, isn't he? That's right. They did cast a new Superman. Yeah, he looks good. He looks kind of like Henry Cavill. So he has the look of a Superman. Let's see if he could act. I don't know about this guy's acting ability, but we'll see. I was a big fan of Henry Cavill, so I wasn't exactly pleased with the decision to get rid of him as Superman, but we'll see. Maybe this new actor will do a good job. All right, so that's last week's list. Let me go real quick to this Friday's list that just came out on Friday. We'll go to the honorable mentions first. We got a Matt Baker cover. Cinderella Love, number 25. Yeah, it's a nice cover. You got to remember, this is a 10-cent book. This came out a long time ago. Matt Baker had these really awesome covers. He wasn't really appreciated back then like he is today. 7.5. I guess there's only one 8.0 on the census and 3 CGC 7.5s. Yeah, one sold for $60,000, a 7.5. Holy crap. That's crazy. Ah, man. That's insane that it sold for that much. But yeah, it's way out of my league. But congratulations to anybody that had the foresight a long time ago to buy those Matt Baker covers, because man, it's paying in spades right now. The other book mentioned here is Get Euro. Is it Giro? Hero? Anthony Bourdain is the one who wrote this comic book, who passed away. He's got to be, I think, at least 8 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago. Kind of had a troubled life. I don't know. He seemed like he had a pretty good life. He just traveled around and ate at fantastic places all over the world. Seemed like he had a pretty good lifestyle. I don't know. Just goes to show you, man. You can have what seems to be it all, right? Money, fame, a great job that, I mean, think about it. How great would that job be? I get to travel around and eat at the best restaurants all over the world, and I'm a world-renowned chef with a show, and still not happy. still depressed to the point where you kill yourself. Unbelievable. But this book still selling around $200 raw. So yeah, interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that has any. It's trade paperback, I guess, right? Is that what it is? A trade paperback. I don't know if that has any long-term investable ability or not, but yeah, someone might want that. All right, number 10 on the list is Remote Space, number 1. This is the 1 in 10. Nice Ryan Otley cover. Yeah, I like the cover. It's pretty cool. I don't know anything about this series. If I happen to come upon it for around $20, 20 to 25, I think I would pick it up. Um, yeah, looks interesting. I think that might be worth grabbing. It's a nice cover. It's a 1 in 10, selling around 25 bucks. Number 9 is Hero Gasm number 1. Of course, the Boys series has started back up again. This is the first appearance of Soldier Boy in this comic book, selling for around $20 to $25. Yeah, season 4. I just watched the latest episode. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, if you like just it's pure entertainment. It's nothing more than entertainment porn, as I like to say. So if you want to watch superheroes do outrageous things, um, God, this season's nuts too, especially the sauna scene. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I'm sitting there with my wife watching this, and that sauna scene comes on, and then we're just both like, "Holy crap! Can you believe this?" That was the craziest. That's the craziest scene I think I've ever seen on TV. Yeah. What can you say about the Boys? It's insane. Number 8 is Marvel Spotlight. Number 5. Man, this is a book I wish I had picked up a long time ago. I met with a gentleman that was selling some high-end books. I picked up his Hulk 181. I picked up a Giant X-Men number 1. He also had this one in a 9.6. Back then, I think he wanted like $2,500 for it. So think what a 9.6 would sell for today. I could have bought this for $2,500 cash. A 9.6 CGC graded 9.6. And a raw copy just sold for $1,650. So yeah, I have those stories. It's a great book. I think anytime you have an opportunity to pick up early Ghost Rider books, especially the first appearance, no matter what the grade is, I think it's a great decision. It's still a book I don't have in my collection just because I'm so picky about grades. But yeah, I guess everyone wants Ryan Gosling to play Ghost Rider. That makes sense. I can see him doing that. Number 7 is New Mutants number 98. I do have that book. 98 just sold for $1,550. I have a 9.6 graded copy right here. I'll show this real quick here. There's my 9.6, but it is a newsstand 9.6. So yeah, I think I paid $400 for this several years ago. I think it sells around 900 to 1,000, maybe. The 9.6 newsstand white pages. Yeah. So that's a nice book that I'm glad I bought a long time ago and just kept in my collection. And I'd love to see the Deadpool movie. I think it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see if it's any good. I'm sure it'll be good. And number 6 on the list is Predator number 1. Obviously, we just covered that from last week's list. Continued news of a new Predator series is going to drive that book for a while. Number 5 is Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime number 1. This is the 1 in 50 by J. Scott Campbell. This is the one cover I didn't care for. I picked up the Delato. I picked up a couple of the covers. The Delato one's my favorite. Yeah, this one's okay. Selling, what is it selling for? About 60 bucks. A little bit over ratio. I guess there was a high sale of $80. Yeah, I just picked up the 1 in 10, Uncle Scrooge. I didn't go crazy on that title. Number 4 is Spider-Woman number 7, second printing, 1 in 25. Midtown had that for $81. I mean, I don't know where you could have bought that cheaper, but this book seems to have been expensive from the start, selling for around $95 to a high sale of $115. First appearance of the Assembly, I think, is in that book. It's a good cover. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Peach Bobako all the time. I think some of her covers are really good. Some of them seem to be very repetitive. This one, I like it though. It's a good cover. And yeah, I wish I had it. I think it's probably a good book to sock away long term. But you never know. In the next 6 months, there could be a lull in that book. You could easily see that book drop down in price. If it gets anywhere near $50, I think I would grab it. Number 3 is Lady Deadpool, number 1. Selling for around $40. It hit a high sale of 80. That was probably a very high grade copy. But that book is on the move. More Lady Deadpool. And we continue with that. Number 2 is Deadpool Merc with a Mouth, number 7, second print. 9.8 just hit 550. Second printing is probably a lot lower print run, obviously. Raw copies will still sell around $150, which is about the same price as a first print. And number 1 on the list is the third print. Cover artist is also Rob Liefeld. He did both those covers, the second printing and the third printing. Yeah, $600. Wow. $1,000 for a 9.8. Unbelievable. So yeah, anybody that had the foresight to grab those third prints, congratulations, man. I think that would be a good time to sell it right now. I don't know. All right. That's your list. Those are the last 2 weeks. I caught you up with the Hot 10 lists from CBSI. I'm going to go into a book right now, and we're going to look it up on eBay. This is a book that I picked up. I found it on Hip. I think it's called Hip Comic. It's kind of like an eBay where people will post comic books for sale, collectibles. And I picked it up for about $24 with shipping. So $24 shipped. This is Gromit's number 1. This is the 1 in 10 7-Eleven cover. Now, I got a good deal on this. I think that the seller just doesn't realize that this book seems to be pretty rare. If I go on eBay right now, I mean, let's do this. I'll show you that. And I've looked everywhere online for it. I've not seen it anywhere cheaper. But if I put in Gromit's number 1, this is Image Comics. I put in the 1 in 10. I mean, here's one listing that asking $179. Second listing asking $149. Now this is signed and remarked by the artist, by Lampum, I guess. And I think that's it. 2 copies. 2 copies for sale only on eBay. One asking $179 and $149. So now if I go under sales, completed sales, June 19th, there was a sale for $14 for that copy. And there was one on June 14th for $44.99. Another one for $39. Another one for $25. June 11th, $10, free shipping. And he's probably regretting that. So this book is sold between 20, I'd say 15 to $40 has been the sale range. But now, if you want to buy a copy, good luck. There's 2 listings, and they're not cheap. Where else are you going to find that book? I think your best bet is to just go to a bunch of local comic book shops and just see if it's there. You know, maybe they ordered 10 copies of that book. I mean, it's probably going to be a tough find. It's cool. It's got 7-Eleven. You know, it kind of reminds me of my youth, kids playing by the 7-Eleven. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got that vibe to it. It's a good cover. I'm happy that I picked my copy up for 24 bucks. Gromit's number 1 in 10. So maybe take a look at that at your local comic shop. Um, that might be worth seeing if they have it on the shelf. That would be one to grab. And then this is another one that I think this is the Fan Expo. Yeah, the Dallas Fan Expo variant. Deadpool, Wolverine, Ivan Tao. I have the trade dress of this as well. This is the Fan Expo Virgin variant that sold out on Trinity Comics website. Comes with a little COA. This was number 65 of 600. Yeah, it's just a cool cover. I like Ivan Tao. I don't like all of his covers, but this one's really cool. You can see Wolverine's reaching behind, sticking the claws in him, and Deadpool is sticking him in the side with that sword. So yeah, it's just a cool cover. I like it. So that's what I had for you guys. Another book that looks nice, Delato, Batman, number 148. I think this is a 1 in 50. I got this for like $20. I got this for less than half ratio. So there are some good deals out there. I think this is a great book to pick up. A 1 in 50 for 20 bucks. It's a Delato cover. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So yeah, just be on the lookout for deals. 1 in 50s. DC 1 in 50s are on sale right now. Man, they're going cheap. I mean, some of them are going for less than half of ratio. So if there's a cover that you like and you can pick it up for half of ratio pricing, I think it's worth it. So that's kind of what I had for you tonight, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I know a lot of you will watch this in replay. It's late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I usually don't do late night live streams. I didn't send out a lot of notification either. So let me know what you think in the comments. Leave me a comment. What do you think of the Hot 10 list that I highlighted, those books? Hope everyone is having a great weekend. I will be having a new comic book day video again on Wednesday, highlighting that, and I will also be attempting to do a live stream on Thursday evening, so I'll try to send out notifications on that. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.